Trying to make a quick video. This is a new thing, super cool, dry fire board, love it. Targets, tips, things to focus on, quick whiteboard. These tips, imagine, reach, grow, think, is my restructure of the little book of talent. It's on my Instagram and on YouTube posts. You might find this useful. This is my new target. It's available on pistolmastery.com under targets in the top right or in the menu. It has different features. Basically, I tried to combine USPSA, IPSC, PCSL targets and make them a little bit more challenging for myself in order to improve my learning efficiency and practice efficiency. But yeah, the coolest thing really here is this little guy. I will, during dry fire, throw some things on the whiteboard, and when it's full, it's time to write it down in a bigger format, in like performance journal or my draft of the book and whatnot. Speaking of which, the first draft is complete, 95,000 words. Definitely some duplicity there, but it's gonna be big. I'm working on a second draft now. 60 pages of the second draft is ready. We're looking at probably summer this year. Putting a lot of effort into making it as structured and detailed as possible, so the knowledge transfer is as efficient as possible. The idea is basically the book will give you all my knowledge. Well, not all of it, more than all of it, because when I started writing it, I did not know what I know now because I've done a lot of research. I finally understood how dopamine works together with myelin, what is repetition versus reach, Yerkes-Dodson, bittersweet spot, all that stuff. Anyway, back to the topic of this video. Most of my dry fire with a Glock, I do like this. I put something in the bridge, and that gives me a nice mushy trigger. That is repeatable press. It is a little bit lighter than actual trigger press, and it lacks the phases, the wall, all that. So it's not really good for accuracy work, but for speed and integration, it's nice. Now, every dry fire session, I will start without that thing in, and I will do what I call extended hybrid, and the much more brutal version of it, trigger brutality. So extended hybrid is meant mostly for Glocks, because Glock trigger sucks, and we need to do something about it. So the first phase, rack, keep the trigger to the rear, rack and press, let it go a little bit, don't allow it to reset, and press back to the physical wall. And now I failed. So you do this 32 times for trigger brutality. Then you let it go, and you do prep 32 times, trigger brutality. Then you let it click, and then you do fake press. So this will have, the fake dead trigger press will have the most movement in the sights, because obviously magnitude is amplitude of motion is much wider, but also when you were already connected with the trigger, that phase actually there's no connection with the trigger, and then you suddenly slap it, so the disturbance is much higher. Obviously the goal is to hold it as steady as possible. So how do we do trigger brutality with this stuff? On target like this, 1/3, I have letter A. For the strong hand and freestyle, I will try at 2 yards, keep the dot touching the A at all times. It never really happens, but I mean, I try. For weak hand, or within the K zone, for weak hand, somewhere within A zone of the body. I start with freestyle grip just to establish the baseline, and I do a little bit, not all 32s, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then, okay, and clicked, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay, and then establish the baseline. Intensity of the grip is full, so the shooting platform is fully built, not going off the draw at first. You can do it off the draw, it's just much harder because of the inconsistencies in the grip, but the whole shooting platform is fully set up. So all my liquid chalk, invisible liquid chalk, all that stuff is being applied like it's a live fire match. Basically create a picture of the whole thing, and then you break it down in chunks and you start working it. So now we go to the weak hand. And we start with the pre-reset, try to hold it, observe the dot motion, bomb, instant failure. Go like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's much harder when I do the video because my attention is not here. So you really want to follow the R.E.P.S principle from the little book of talent. R is for reach and repetition, E for engagement, P for purposefulness, and S is for speedy, strong feedback. The depth of mental focus is really important here. You need to be 100% immersed in the process. Only then you can see the dot, how it moves exactly. The speed is really not important. You can just start doing it accuracy focused first, and then try to pick up a speed and build a little bit more additional, more than normal you would have intensity and physical, not mental tension in your shooting platform, to just see how adding additional level of effort increases the noise in the dot. And yeah, you just start like this and don't get sucked into it, because at least personally, if I get sucked into trigger brutality, I will kill my dry fire for the day, if not 2 days. I will just get so tired, I'll immediately start sweating. It really looks ridiculous probably from the side. You're just literally holding on the same target and you're sweating, you're like, oh shit. But yeah, that's my favorite way to work the Glock trigger. So pre-reset, reset prep, full, weak hand, strong hand, freestyle, 32 each. And if you can keep the dot within your acceptable target area in all 3 phases for all 32 shots for each phase in all platforms, weak hand, strong hand, and freestyle, like, you're a god. Like, I don't know, tell me how you did it, because I don't know how you did it. I don't know how to get there. Yeah, hope that helps. Thanks for watching.